Sports pregame show.
Hello, basketball fans. Ernie Johnson here, joined by Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith. Tonight, two teams start fresh for their first game of the season, both squads believing this will be a great year. Tonight's broadcast will feature the Phoenix Suns as they go up against the Dallas Mavericks. Well, for the Mavericks, they struggled in this matchup last season. Only one win for them through 4 games. They'd like to make a statement tonight. And here we are, opening night of the new NBA season. Every club at this point can be optimistic. Some teams just looking to make the playoffs, others with much higher aspirations, Kenny.
Yeah, well, some people would say that you can start with a clean slate. But then certain people are saying we're building off of last year. So this is a continuation. But whatever happened last year to some of those teams who didn't reach their goals, they just can wash it out and start. But there are certain teams saying, yes, we are who we were last year, and watch who we are this year.
You want to come out the gate strong. Ernie, I think we're in for an exciting year. And it was a pleasure seeing you in San Tropez on our vacation.
Yes.
That's a nice aqua machine you got.
It was very surprising to see you there, big fella, too.
I was
memorable.
invited.
How'd you like my bathing suit, honey?
Well, let's get it to Kevin Harlan.
This is it. Opening day. The regular season is set to begin, and we're thrilled to bring you all the live action right here on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg alongside. And our sideline reporter tonight is Doris Burke. This Arizona crowd ready to roar in this Western Conference matchup for the Phoenix Suns. And, of course, this is the first they're seeing of Dallas. Last season, they had the upper hand in the series, going 3-1 against these guys.
And they were able to take the season series in that matchup last year. But overall, two teams that were very similar in the standings.
Yeah, they were able to make the plays to come out on top, but it really could have gone either way. And you could say the same for tonight's game.
We've got a chance here to set the floor, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for this one. On the floor for Dallas, Parsons and Dirk are in at the forward spots. Matthews out there at the Magician, and it's Powell in at the center. What a year for the Suns in terms of transactions. Start of the season with Dragic and Thomas on the roster and moved them both, Clark, at the deadline.
And, you know, most folks saw the Dragic trade coming after his disagreements with the team. The Thomas trade was a bit of a surprise, though.
A 3 for Matthews. Rebound by the Suns. Here's Sanders, and it's going to be 2. Free throws, drew contact on the shot.
And as you said, the Suns made a flurry of deals at the deadline. You knew they would move one guard, but ended up moving 2. Brought back 1 as well.
This is his first free throw of the game.
All right now, gentlemen, 2 shots. Roof shots.
The first free throw is good.
When the Suns made all those trades, you kind of figured there would be some adjustment, and they did fall off a bit. Still, they felt what they had wasn't quite good enough going forward, so they got a jump on rebuilding last year.
He's perfect from the line this time. Big change last year for the Mavs came when they traded for Rajon Rondo. It looked to be the missing piece for him, Clark, but boy, it just never seemed to come together.
You just don't know. Trades are always risky. You don't know how they're going to work out, and I give credit to ownership for talking to the players to see what they thought about the trade before they actually made the deal.
Paul with the ball. There's the pick. Morris outside. Paul outside. Shot clock at 6. From the arc. Feeds it to Booker. Paul passes to Morris. Good, and Paul gets the assist.
Great unspoken communication between teammates leading to the nice assist and the easy score.
And things just didn't really work out with Rondo here with the Mavs. Missed a lot of games and at times clashed with that coaching staff.
Now here's Matthews. Launches a 3. Still looking for his first make after that miss. He's 0 for 2. To the middle. Paul kicks to Morris. And it's Phoenix scoring again.
And, you know, they said it was the injury, but you have to suspect the Mavs just shut him down in the playoffs. They took a big swing and missed with Rondo in acquiring him, but I think you have to give them credit for at least taking the risk.
Here is Matthews following the basket by Markieff Morris. And Nowitzki has it in the corner. Drills it from outside. Nowitzki's got 5 now.
A good open look, and he splashes home the 3.
And here in the first, about 3 minutes in. Paul left side. The pass to Morris. Morris a screen. And that's collected by Nowitzki.
When he's wide open like that, he'll rarely miss those.
Parsons on the wing. High post try. No good on the shot, a bit long that time. Phoenix leading by 3. Doris Burke has some information for us. Doris?
I was able to talk with Jeff Hornacek for a moment. He told me it's a fun challenge trying to slow down a team that's so cagey and opportunistic offensively. He said, of course we've done our scouting, but this is the first time we've seen them firsthand this season. So it'll be interesting to see if we can take them out of their sets and slow them down at that end. Guys, they'll have to be solid defensively. Back to you.
All right, Doris, thank you. I think the message coach has delivered is well focused, guys.
Yeah, straight to the point there. I mean, defend their shooters with every ounce of energy they can muster.
And I wouldn't be surprised to see Coach go deep into his bench tonight because of that. They're going to be expending a ton of energy on defense, and he's going to need everybody to be ready to play.
And here is Paul after the three-pointer from Chandler Parsons. There's a screen. Booker. No good. And it's Dallas the other way. Inside. And Parsons slams it in.
And that's the kind of lead pass we've come to expect from him.
For Phoenix, they've gotten 3 of 8 shots to fall for them here in the first quarter. Booker up top. He's covered by Matthews. The pick gave him all the room he needed, and he knocks down the J. The Machine's got his first basket of the night. Here's the Magician. He's been patient so far. Nothing yet on the scoreboard. Another 3 for Dallas.
And he came off that screen, and the D just didn't get over the top of him.
Yep, weren't there in time enough to challenge Greg, and when that's the case, you can mark those up for him.
Here's the Machine. Morris with the bucket.
Yeah, you're making things far too easy for him when you let him get it that deep.
I echo that. Ditto. I mean, you've got to do your work early to try to keep him out of the post. Fight him a little bit. Keep him away from that spot he wants.
Nowitzki. And there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line. It's going to go on Markieff Morris. One thing that can be said for Dirk is that he has been incredible in terms of an ambassador for the game. We know he's a Hall of Fame player, But what he's done off the floor and just everything for the European player coming into this league has been groundbreaking.
And Kevin, for me, he was an inspiration. I mean, he really opened the doors for a lot of European players to come over, and not just come over, but to be impactful. As you mentioned, he's going to be a first ballot Hall of Famer, and that really has set the stage for this infusion of making our game truly global.
And he sinks the second.
And, you know, you think about Dirk's impact. Certainly the NBA saw more and more European players come over after Dirk. He wasn't the first Euro, but he certainly has been perhaps the most popular. Terrific job that time defending at the rim. I mean, it's not an easy task stopping that fella when he's headed to the bucket like that. Good job.
Here's the Magician. He dishes it to Parsons. Good work defensively by Paul.
And one thing that should be noted with Dirk and his opening up of things with Europe, we now see a lot of American players go to Europe to play, to develop skills, and so on. Both leagues benefit greatly from the impact of Dirk Nowitzki.
And Dallas calls their first time out of the game. Phoenix had a season of heartbreak last year. So many losses for them on last-second shots. Late-game losses, Greg, buzzer beaters.
Yeah, it's sad if you're a Phoenix fan. How many times this team lost at the buzzer? Just close games in general. Of their 42 losses, how about 18 were by 5 points or less?
Here's the Magician. Dishes it to Redick. Trying to find Parsons and gets it to him. Clock at 6. And Sanders pulls it down.
You know, trying to think back on all of the last-second losses for the Suns last year, guys. Heck, the Clippers, Milwaukee, Houston, Grizzlies, Kings, and Warriors. Ouch. That is an elegant move to drop in the floater there, guys.
Here's the Magician. He feeds it to Parsons. They set the screen. Redick with the 3. It's hauled in by the Suns.
And, you know, what is worse for the Suns in last year's buzzer beaters? A lot of them were from big men. Griffin hits a 3. Cousins hits a deep 2. Big men hitting big shots against them. At least they know it can't be as bad this year.
Here's the Magician. Kicks to Nowitzki. Now Matthews. Nowitzki a screen. Here's Parsons. The shot is off. Good work defensively by Morris.
Well, not really his best quarter as far as scoring. Let's see if he can eventually get back on track.
Paul kicks to Sanders. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
And the dunk was nice, Kevin, but the move he made to free himself up was a thing of beauty.
It sure was, Greg. What a savvy play to get into position for that jam.
Heads up basketball, plain and simple, guys.
Here's Paul. Soft touch off the glass. And now a 6-point Suns lead.
Really not hard to see why they're giving up points on this run. I mean, they've just given them too many looks inside.
Yeah, and usually when a team goes on a run like this, it's because they are getting too many opportunities on the inside. Make them beat you from deep. Great job of screening there. Nice job to take it to the rim and get the finish.
And first time out of the game called for Phoenix.
Wes Matthews, a hard-nosed player on the wing. Strong frame, and he really does put it to good use at both ends.
And the Suns here with a different look. Tyson Chandler is checked in for the Machine. Jay Crowder comes in for Sanders. Jamal Crawford, he's checked in for Booker. And it's Payne in for Paul. And then for Dallas, Porzingis comes in for Wesley Matthews. And it's Williams in for the Magician. Now here's Crawford. Baseline jumper. And that one off the back of the rim and in. Crawford's got his first bucket of the night. Mavericks trail by 6. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Sure could, Kev. I mean, too many empty trips. They need some points.
Pass to Reddick. Here's Porzingis, guarded by Crawford. Here's Porzingis. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2.
And guys, Porzingis was almost a rookie last season, but he opted to pull out of the early entry and wait a year for this past summer's draft. Seems to have worked out for him as far as how his draft stock has changed.
And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for Phoenix.
You know what, guys? It looks to me like they're really in sync here, all on the same page. They've already got a bunch of assists.
And also, it's been a positive to watch that they've attacked the paint offensively as well. It's really been about the balance that they've shown.
Greg, you're right with Porzingis. It made sense for him to wait one more year. Well, he has a lot to learn, but still comes over, as a much talked about player, a much better player than had he declared last season.
I agree with you, yet he'll still need time to develop, but all the ingredients are there. He's got a chance to be a really good player.
Yeah, the Latvian had a great shot for his height, and he'll be an interesting stretch 4 in the NBA.
Good call. That's just run-of-the-mill for him. A typical day at the office. He's one of the more skilled offensive players out there.
Here's Payne. Outside jumper. Chandler with the screen on Parsons. Nice job coming off that screen. And the Suns lead by 3.
And that set them apart today, guys. Their success with the mid-range.
Simply taking advantage of what the defense has given them, and they've really made the most of it.
Now here's Parsons. 8 points for him. Here's Porzingis. And the Mavericks getting another bucket right there.
Well, he knew how many inches he had over the guy. I mean, let's face it. Good decision to just rise up and take the jump shot.
Tries it from 19. Crawford's shot is good.
They're leaning on that mid-range shot right now. That's 6 of their last 10 points from that area.
And it's working. As long as the defense gives you space, hey, let it fly.
Now here's Williams. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one. Parsons on the wing. Looks for Nowitzki, gets it to him. With the shot. Misses from short range.
Tell you what, they haven't wasted any time getting into the swing of things on the board.
And even this early, that's a good omen for the rest of the game. Wow, that's a really smooth finish.
That's why we and they always love seeing him at the end of those breaks. He makes it look fun and easy.
Chandler with the block. Guys, a potent offense right now.
Yeah, Kevin, really the offense is flowing quite nicely right now.
You know what, guys, and they're playing with a certain amount of assuredness in their game. That type of confidence is what leads teams to having success. And that's the classic 1-2 punch right there. I mean, nice steal, and then how about the elevation, Kevin, on the finish?
And, Greg, nothing spurs some quick offense like a great play defensively.
That indicates the importance of great on-the-ball defense, as was displayed right there.
There's 21 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. And here is Williams. Pass to Porzingis. Puts up the pick, and it is good at the buzzer. Wow!
And he beats the buzzer to end the quarter.
Terrific shot there. I mean, he was calm, he was poised, didn't rush it at all. You got to tip your hat to him. That was well done.
And let's hear from Tyson Chandler. He talked about what he brings to this team.
I do a lot that doesn't show up on the stat sheet. That's what I pride myself on. You know, some nights you're not going to get the ball, but you still can be effective on the floor. Whether that's rebounding, playing defense, hustling, trying to create extra shots for your team. Whatever it is necessary that I feel like help my team get a win.
Chandler has long been the kind of player all coaches want on their team. He's the definition, Greg, of an unselfish player who doesn't care about his ego or his stats.
And he knows that and prides himself on it. That also makes him the kind of player his teammates appreciate so much because they know nobody wins any rings without a guy like Tyson Chandler on the team.
And we got a close game here as we get back to the second quarter. And from what we've seen, guys, from Phoenix, what do you guys see?
Just the start they're looking for in this game. Solid offensively through the first.
Very crisp and sharp, not much stagnation at all on offense.
On the court for Dallas here in the second, we've got Matthews. Porzingis is out there with power. Then it's the Magician, and it's Williams at the shooting guard. Here's the Magician, and so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot two. The Mavericks have shot 75% at the line tonight, going 3 for 4. First free throw is good. Mavs made the playoffs again last season. 14th playoff berth for them in the last 15 years, and only the San Antonio Spurs have made more, Greg, over that time frame.
Yeah, and they had a tough first-round opponent in the number 2 seed, Houston. A good old Texas tussle between the 2 and the 7 seeds.
And the Suns making a change here. Morris has checked in. Both good from the line that time.
Yeah, and you know, the Mavs got bounced out by the Rockets in 5 games in round 1. They were able to avoid the sweep, but losing the first 3 was way too much to overcome.
Here's Paul. Intercepted. Here's the Magician. Somehow ignores the tight D and gets the layup. The Magician's got 7. And a moment here to take a look at some hustle stats for the Mavericks.
Well, I think the defensive aggressiveness on display here has caught him off guard, playing airtight defense and coming up with the steals.
And the other thing that's been equally as effective is the fact that they've gotten out on the fast break. A lot of points coming in transition.
Here's the Magician, following the basket by Markieff Morris. Williams gets the bucket.
And for Dallas in the playoffs, really it didn't help to have the Rondo drama going on at the time. Even if that hadn't happened, though, you got the feeling that they were overmatched against a red-hot Houston team.
And here's Sanders after the three-pointer from Darren Williams. 5 to shoot. And Sanders, here we go. Misses from close range. Dallas has gone 1 of 2 on three-pointers here in the second quarter so far. Matthews dishes to Williams. pass to Porzingis. The baseline J. Takes a big high bounce and goes in. Now it's a 4-point Maverick lead.
Just no chance for the smaller defender to block that shot.
He's really, really good at using his size to free himself up for those mid-range jumpers. A master.
Got a piece of it. And now the fast break, Matthews with the ball. It's rebounded by Paul. The Suns have gotten only one of their first 4 shots in the second quarter to drop. The dish to Booker. Soft touch off the glass. Booker's got his second basket of the night.
Just a late reaction there from the defense, and he is always going to finish that one.
There's a good screen. The feed to Matthews. A 3-ball. And it's Phoenix with the rebound. Booker's got his 3rd rebound tonight. Shoots from 12. That's tipped. And here we go. Here's Williams. And that one's good. His second basket of 4, shooting 50%.
Boy, such outstanding patience and decision-making for them offensively.
Absolutely. Their ball movement has been outstanding, and they're piling up the assists.
The machine passes to Morris. And that one's good. Morris has got 10 points.
And really just unselfish basketball on the interior. That's the kind of pass a coach loves to see.
Outside Williams. He kicks it to Matthews. The pass to Porzingis. That's his 4th basket of the game, and he's only taken 4 shots. Off to a good start.
Bad matchup for the defense, no doubt about it. Doesn't have the height to influence the shot there. Never mind blocking.
Here's the machine. Powell pulls it in. Mavericks leading by 4.
And you know, one thing about Darren Williams, he used to get to the charity stripe at will. At the height of his career, he's averaging almost 6 free throws a game. The last couple seasons, he's been down around 3.
Here's the magician. From outside, off the mark.
He just has not been able to get into that groove yet, guys. But as a whole, it hasn't affected them too much.
And it's the Mavericks on the break. Can't get it to go. Good work defensively by Paul. And Clark, for Darren Williams, it clearly has the handle and the strength to get to the basket, but no longer the explosion that we're used to seeing.
Yeah, you know, he's had some ankle injuries, and that certainly is a part of that. And he's also in his 30s now, so largely a perimeter jump shooter, but still can impact the game with his deep shooting and playmaking.
Here's the magician after the Suns pick up 2. And Matthews kicks to Powell. Just 5 to shoot. The magician. A 3-pointer is right on target. The magician's got 7 now in this quarter.
And started hot, and he's only gotten harder.
Mavs were solid on the road last year with a record of 23-18 away from Dallas. Clark, good for 5th most road wins in the West.
And Kevin, that's what you'd expect from a veteran team like the Mavs. I mean, throughout the roster, this team has guys that understand what it takes to win on the road.
Phoenix calls timeout.
And guys, the Mavs did have a good record on the road last year. Most of it came at the expense of the Eastern Conference. Only 10 of their 23 road wins came against teams in the West.
J.J. Barea is checked in for the Mavericks. Suns trail by 5.
You know, it's funny, back to the Mavs on the road last season, they were much better defensively on the road than they were at home, and that's typically not the case. It's usually flipped.
Man, those aren't legs. This guy, those are like springs.
Holy smokes, almost superhuman.
Guys, he can really elevate. That we know.
Here's the screen. Sanders against Matthews. 4 on the clock. The Magician. It's hauled in by the Suns. Sanders has got 3 rebounds so far in the game. And it's Paul penetrating out to the right wing. And the wide open shot from Morris. And a great assist by Paul as that one goes in. Paul's got his 6th assist on the night. Pass to Porzingis. Too long in the paint. He's hit with a 3-second violation. For Dallas, they have hit most of their free throws tonight, 5 of 6.
And a season ago, they hit about 75% of their free throws.
That's a great job from the line this quarter.
Phoenix making some changes. Jamal Crawford, he's checked in for Sanders. And it's Payne in for Chris Paul. And then for Dallas, Dirk Nowitzki, he's checked in for Powell. Chandler Parsons comes in for Wesley Matthews. And J.J. Redick is subbed in for the Magician. Nowitzki left side. Shoots. Dallas, no good that time either. Suns trailing. And Booker kicks to Payne. Out left to the wing. The tray. And the shot is good. Booker's got 5 points now this quarter. Clark, a lot of give and take between these sides early.
Kevin, how about 6 lead changes in this half already?
And both teams look like they came to play. We should have a good one.
Nowitzki for 3. Tries again. They blow the whistle just as he gets it off. That's 2 points with a chance for another one at the stripe.
How about the purpose with which he's crashing the backboards right now? Some hard-earned second chance points.
And Chandler Parsons really set off a Texas rivalry last year, drafted by the Rockets in the 2nd round. He received an offer sheet in free agency from the team's rival, the Dallas Mavericks. Eventually chose Dallas, injured in the playoffs, hurt a knee, only played the 1 game. But I think they've got great things ahead for him with the Mavs.
Yeah, Parsons was a restricted free agent, so that meant the Rockets could match if they wanted to, but they declined to match Dallas's offer, which sent Parsons packing just up the road in Texas.
You know, back to the topic of Parsons' free agency, the offer from the Mavs was 3 years, $46 million. Houston didn't want to go that high, so they reluctantly let Parsons leave. Ultimately, Houston filled Parsons' small forward role with the signing of Trevor Ariza. Not bad.
Nowitzki outside. Here's Porzingis. He's got 11. Hits the jump hook. Porzingis has got 13 points.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with the way they work down low.
It's becoming a theme in this game, Clark. They are piling up the points in the paint.
Kicks it out to Crawford. Crawford with another miss.
And talking about the Texas showdown over Parsons last year, even his teammates got involved. After Parsons left, James Harden reacted saying that Dwight Howard and Harden were the cornerstones of the Rockets. But that's probably nothing compared to the rivalry that the 2 teams' ownerships felt.
Here's Crowder on the pass to Morris. And there's the foul on Jay Crowder. That's his first foul.
And really the scoring this quarter has been just off the charts, doing all he can to bring them back.
Mavericks leading by 4. Now here's Barea. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. Parsons outside. 6 to shoot. Outside for Barea. Lets the three fly. Rebound by the Suns. They'll be playing host to Portland for their next game. That'll be the latter half of this two-game homestand. Got that one up quick. Now just a 2-point Maverick lead.
And they've worked the ball around so well tonight for those quality looks from mid-range.
Well, it's interesting. The defense continues to back off, expecting them to attack the rack, but they just continue to pull up and knock down those mid-range jumpers.
Now here's Payne, covered by Redick. And there's Morris. That's good on the assist from Payne. Morris has got it all tied up now for the Suns. Dallas shooting at 48% from the floor. Looking good. Barea dishes to Parsons. Nowitzki a screen. It's Redick on the wing. Here's Porzingis. Yes, once again, he remains perfect. 6 attempts and 6 hits.
He's a big reason why they have the lead right now. He's made all of his field goal attempts thus far and remains hot from the floor.
Crawford drives in. And the rebound goes to Nowitzki. Nowitzki's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Barea kicks to Redick. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. Phoenix has gone 1 of 3 from way outside since the start of the second quarter. Here's Crowder. The wing jumper off target. The Mavericks leading. Barea with it. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him. Parsons' shot is off.
And on the bench for the Suns is Jeff Hornacek, probably one of the tougher coaches in the league. He'll bend your ear if you make mental errors.
Crawford up top. He's got 8. Back to Morris. 1:16 left to play here in the second quarter. Oh, yes, the turnaround. And for Coach Hornacek, Greg, you learned from one of the toughest coaches as a player. You know, several trips to the finals. And you know this guy well, Clark. Jerry Sloan was the guy that molded Jeff Hornacek.
One of the outstanding coaches in the history of the NBA, Jerry Sloan. Although Hornacek saw all that success in Utah, this is a homecoming job for him because he started his career in Phoenix.
Shumpert is checked in for Phoenix. Up top, Barea, and Redick kicks to Nowitzki. Crowder pulls it in.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up.
Yeah, still close, but with their tough play on the boards, we're certainly seeing the effort.
Payne kicks to Crowder. Chance there to take the lead, missing. They have a chance to go 2 for 1 here.
Let's see how they play the clock.
Nowitzki a screen. Here's Barea. Dallas again missing. Well, Phoenix shooting has been fun to watch in this game. They're at 57%. Crawford passes to Payne. Mavericks with the rebound. Porzingis has got rebound number 5 here tonight. Redick with the bucket. Redick's got 4 this quarter. Phoenix with the ball. Trailing by 2. Crawford drives in. That's good.
And that's his strong suit, the ability to find his way through the D and finish at the rim.
Barea. Got it! Got it! What a shot!
3 points at the buzzer.
Definitely an answer to prayer there.
And the first half comes to a conclusion in a game that has been very close so far. Mavericks ahead. They're up by 3. And time now to go courtside as we send you over to Doris Burke from the sideline. Doris?
Well, thank you, Kevin. Here with Chris Paul. And Chris, you guys came out of the gates blazing, but cooled off a bit later on. What happened out there?
Well, we came out with a lot of energy, but in the second quarter, it died down a little bit. You know, it's real. Everybody's very excited. You know, our team's excited, their team's excited. Officials excited, you know what I mean? So we just got to calm down and play a little bit.
Chris, thank you so much. Kevin, in this league, you've got to sustain those hot starts.
All right, Doris, thank you. And we'll be back after halftime for the start of the third quarter.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Ernie Johnson here again with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. And an exciting time of the year as the first game of the regular season is halfway through. The first quarter for the Mavericks was fairly even. They kept at it on both ends of the floor, and at the end of the period, they had a slight deficit of 3 points. They played with more purpose in the second quarter and fought to turn an early deficit into a 3-point lead by the time we reached the break. And Kenny, what are your thoughts on how Dallas played?
Well, quite simply, their bench showed up tonight. And when I say showed up, I'm talking about on the offensive end because they were scoring in bunches. Now, you want your reserves to just at least come in and hold the fort, but they did way more than that tonight.
Shaq, what'd you think about Phoenix?
They ran their offense very well in the first half. There were almost no forced shots. It was good, smart basketball. The motion in their offense was terrific. They made those defenders work very hard. I like what I saw from them for the most part.
And that's going to do it for now as the second half is just about to get started. Now back to Kevin Harlan and the rest of the 2K Sports crew. We will see you later.